Hi, and welcome to my rant review of this book. This book, The Coven by Harper L. Woods. Now, this review is not for Harper L. Woods or anybody who knows her or anybody who likes this book. Okay? This is not for you. Okay? I hated this book. I started out very interested. I very much enjoyed the beginning of this book. I enjoyed it through quite a lot of it. It was an interesting premise. There were demons that are trapped in bodies of, I guess they're not really mortal bodies, but they're bodies. They're trapped in them and they're called vessels and they feed on blood. And everybody, all the witches don't like them. It's a book about witches. And it's about this one girl, Willow. Her name is Willow. Okay, I'm going to read the synopsis to you, okay? Raised to be my father's weapon against the coven that took away his sister and his birthright, I would do anything to protect my younger brother from suffering the same fate. My duty forces me to the secret town of Crystal Hollow and the prestigious Hollow Groves University, where the best and brightest of my kind learn to practice their magic free from human judgment. There are no whispered words here, no condemnation for the blood that flows through my veins. The only animosity I face comes from the beautiful and infuriating Headmaster Alaric Grayson. Alaric, I don't know. They call him Gray the whole time. Thorn, Grayson Thorn. His name is Alaric Grayson Thorn. A man who despises me just as much as I loathe him and everything he stands for. But that doesn't mean secrets don't threaten to tear the school in two. No one talks about the bloody massacre that forced it to close decades prior, only the opportunity it can afford to those fortunate enough to attend. Because of the first time in 15 years, the Coven will open its boards to the 13 promising students destined to change the world if the ghosts of Hollows Grove's victims don't kill them first. Don't ask me why I moved this the first time. That's my bouquet back there. Anyway, so we meet Willow, and you find out that Willow's mom taught her all kinds of magic and all kinds of fun stuff like that. And her little, 6-year-old brother does Ash. I think his name is Ash. Um, has no idea what's going on. He has no idea that his mom was a witch. He has no idea that his sister was a witch. Her sister was a witch, bro. Um, anyway, so Gray, we're just gonna call him Gray, and these other vessels come to find her. She gets Ash away, sends him through the woods. It's a whole thing. He gets to go with his dad. She gets to go to Hollow's Grove. She's real pissed about it. It's supposed to be like gothic, dark academia. The book doesn't suck, okay? The book was fine. I quite enjoyed it. She goes, craziness ensues, people are mean. You meet these two bags of bones, literally, called the Covenant. And originally, one person from all of the 13 families or whatever used to sit in this rule making place, and they were all the Covenant. But there's two left. And you find out that the female of the two, is her great grandmother. Magic is the only thing keeping these things alive. They're literally skeletons. Anyway, I was fine with this book. It was very enjoyable. People will enjoy it. I gave it 1.5 stars just solely because you're going and you're going, and then this thing called the reaping happens. And in the reaping, the vessels are allowed one night where they get to feed on the witches. Free reign for feeding. And Gray sneaks in. He comes in. He doesn't say anything because he doesn't want her to know that it's him who's in there. There's sexual tension and stuff happening between the two of them. And if I were to F you, you'd know it. It's fine. The sexual tension is good. The book is very well written. But Gray walks in this room and then her body starts doing things because he's touching her. And this man, this vessel, this demon in a body gets mad because her body is aroused. She is aroused by this person who she doesn't know who it is touching her. And he's like, I need to punish her because she shouldn't be being aroused by any random man. And I was like, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Who the fuck do you think you are? Who the fuck do you think you are? So they're doing this. This is happening. And he at one point had been like, "Oh, guess what? You are not allowed to reach completion by anybody who isn't me, including yourself," which was really a dick move. Really, really rude, bro, homie. Anyway, so it ensues. They start to have a relationship. Things progress. And then you find out that this man, this vessel thing, this person, is Lucifer Morningstar. He's the devil. And they're married or something. The ending was very anticlimactic. He's like, "Hello, wife," as he like emerges in his full form. I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it until the reaping. And then after that happened, I was like, "No, sir. First of all, Lucifer, the devil, the Dark Lord himself, is not going to be like, oh, I should punish you for enjoying anybody's touch who isn't me. I'm sorry." He's gonna be like, "Yeah, let's fuck everybody." Okay. I I refuse to read the second one. I refuse. I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This man. You want me to believe that this man is the devil, right? That he, I'm sorry, what? And I mean, there's more to the story. Like, her mom trained her, so she knows how to do things, and the Covenant has outlawed them to do certain types of magic. Like, she is part Green Witch. So when she first gets there, she like lets the plants have her blood from her arms, and then they bloom, and they were dying, and she's actually there to find the bones of the bones of her aunt, so that she can follow the rest of her bloodline, which is to be a necromancer witch, which would have been really cool and probably happens in the second book. I'm sure in the second book she gets to explore her necromancy powers. But I hate Grey so much that I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it. I don't, so I will not be reading the second book. And if you I feel like most people would enjoy this book. Most people. It is a really well written book. Harper did an amazing job writing. The intrigue is fine. It is gothic and people are mean to her, and I just hate Grey so much that I want to scream and rip this book in two. But I read it on audio, so I don't have the luxury of doing that, and also that would be terrible to do to a book. This wasn't very ranty, was it? That's okay. But this is my short, and I hated it. I didn't have a good time. Review of The Coven by Harper L. Woods.